Okay. So speaking of you being young, as well as people my age, both of us are young. Uh, why do you think a lot of young people don't engage in the political process?
I think a lot of people are not engaged with the political process because they're ill-informed, not educated enough about the process, think it may be a little harder than they realize. I would like to encourage anyone that is looking to get involved, start with the board within the local community. You can get involved at your churches, a part of a ministry, to go from there to some of the appointments in the boards within the city. Go on to deland.org, see what's available, and start from there. But if you do not want to start from there, at least attend the meetings. Attend the commission meetings every first and third Monday of the month. Just kind of see what we do. And you'll realize, okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was. And not only that, you're educating yourself on what's going on. So just kind of being at the meetings, the board meetings, the city commission meetings, different organizations. You have Republican organization, Democratic organization, whatever affiliation you are, just get involved. And sometimes just attending the meetings will be enough. You don't have to talk or step out front right away, but just informing yourself and educating yourself with the process is a good start.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because a lot of people who aren't informed don't understand why it's important for you to vote, for you to have your voice heard. So, you know, it's I don't know. I can't understand why people don't vote, but like I said, I'm hoping that this interview with you can allow some people to understand what the importance of it is, what the benefits you get, and, you know, why it impacts your community.
I feel that if you turn on the television and turn off social media, you'll know right away why you should vote. This is most important to to vote now. And just don't wait. You know, don't wait for your special candidate to be elected. Research who you are interested in and get involved. Don't wait on someone else to boost you in that process. A lot of people along the way, the 30s, the 40s, they already paved the way. So get off the sofa, vote. Don't make excuses about the rain. Do not make excuses that you don't have transportation. You need to get connected with the right people. And if I have to pick you up myself for you to vote, I will do that. Because someone, you know, died for this cause. You know, women, African American, you know, what do I need to say to you for you to vote? You need to vote. Not just for the presidential elections, you need to get involved with the local elections, the state elections, as well as the presidential candidates. Because, you know, a lot of times the things that affect you are not just what happens at the national level. What I do for you affects you right away. So get involved, know what's going on. And the way I vote on an issue, you know, I try to really research how the community feels about it. And also, right is right, wrong is wrong. And I really try to keep that at the forefront of my mind to make sure that I'm voting correctly as I represent the city of DeLand. And you need to vote correctly as you represent the city of DeLand as a citizen and who you want to represent you, whether it's myself or someone else. We have our local elections coming up. We have 2 commissioners' seats available. And you need to know who's coming up, who's terming out, and just kind of just be aware. And a lot of times it's right on the internet. So turn off Facebook for a minute and do a little other research and just inform yourself. You have the tools to your key.
Well said, well said. Speaking of information again, a lot of people may know you, they may know what you represent, but they may not know what the city commission is and what the responsibilities and duties are. So briefly, can you explain to someone, you know, what a city commissioner does?
City commissioner, the first step of the city commission is we represent the community, the people that voted us in. Within the city of DeLand, I hold an at-large position. It's not like some other cities where you only represent this zone, you only represent this zone. Within the city of DeLand, any issue that comes forward, we represent the entire city. A lot of people are not aware of that because they're familiar with Daytona Beach where they're in zones. We're not like that here in the city of DeLand. So basically, a city commissioner represents you. If something comes up on the agenda and it's affecting you, you speak your voice, you write on a speaker's card, tell us your thoughts. We incorporate all of that. And because of the Sunshine Law, the commissioners and I, we don't talk outside of the chambers. So everything will be open record, public record, and we discuss it and, go back and forth up here.
Okay.
So as a city commissioner, we implement protocol and procedure all over the city of DeLand, and we represent the community. And from there, the city manager handles the staff within the city of DeLand. We handle everything else.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that, because I think people within the city who may not vote or who may not engage in the political process may say, you know, I'm having problems with, you know, taxes or a water bill or, you know, something that stems from the community, and they don't vote or they're not engaged. They don't realize that they can bring some of these issues that they're having to their local government, to a city commissioner, and get some of those things worked out. But if you're not informed and you don't know about that, then it's an opportunity lost out.
And I don't expect everyone to know the process of a city commissioner. You know, you're not reading the full job description. I get all kind of calls, water bill, and that's not something that I handle directly, but I at least direct them to who they handle that directly. But, you know, I take all questions, all, you know, calls, and I point them in the right direction, because it's impossible to know every person they need to contact. And I am their city commissioner, so contact me, that's fine, and I'll get you to the right spot.
Okay. So this being your first term and a little over your first year, what are you most happy about being a part of and accomplishing, as well as what do you look forward to accomplishing in the future?
There is a learning curve, of course, being new. And I feel right now I'm just soaking it all in.
Okay.
I attend the conferences to learn, you know, DeLand is 1882. Is that correct?
I believe so.
So it's over 130-year history. So I have a lot to learn. So right now I'm just attending conferences. I'm reading everything I could possibly read. Talking to other commissioners about different things. And as they come and go, I learn.
Okay.
And just sitting up there, you learn so much. You know, I attend board meetings. I'm a part of the Spring Hill CRA. I'm a part of the downtown CRA. So a lot of things are behind the scenes, and I'm just soaking it all in. And I don't take for granted our community leaders. You know, I talk to Mr. Bo Davenport, Mr. David Staples, Mr. Mike Williams, you know, just to name a few, just to kind of get a feel of what's been going on prior to me, before my time, because they have done this. Just because they didn't hold the city commissioner title, they're very much aware of the city of DeLand. So I have a lot more mentors than I had in the beginning, and I just pull that energy from them to make sure that I can be the best Jessica Davis I can possibly be.
Okay. So before we go, since we're in the game room, we're going to play a little game.
Okay. I'm ready.
So I'm going to name 3 very influential African-American women, and I want you to name their sorority.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Zora Neale Hurston.
Well, if she's not a Delta, she should be. So Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
It starts, I'll give you a hint. Zora, it starts with a Z.
Oh, she's a Zeta.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she wanted to be a Delta.
Okay, next, Coretta Scott King.
Was she an AK?
She's an Alpha. Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Okay, so AKA
Yeah,
Alpha
yeah.
Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Okay. I have a lot of respect for her, so I'm not going to make any comments.
Yeah. You can't say nothing wrong about Coretta Scott
No, I
King.
can't.
Last but not least, Mary McLeod Bethune.
Mary McLeod Bethune. Delta Sigma Theta
Yes,
Sorority Incorporated.
Yes.
Yeah, she's my Sora.
Yes. Okay. Jess, we appreciate your interview.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We will see you next time in the game room. Goodbye.
Thank you.